So as a leader, it is your job to correct your team members, your employees, when that is necessary. So for example, they might be failing a standard. They might be violating some cultural rules that your organization has, that your team has. And it is your job as a leader to actually intervene and say something if you see something. When you do this, and a lot of leaders actually fail at this is part of what you should learn. But when you actually do it correctly, when you do it and you do it correctly, then there's often pushback by the person that's being corrected. And that is totally normal, right? If you want to be a very good leader, you actually should be prepared for this, and you should know what kind of reactions are going to come. And a typical one is that the person that's being corrected is going to laugh. They're going to say, haha, right? And another counter-reaction to that you should have prepared is that you should ask something like, oh, is this funny to you, right? Because if you have agreed on standard, maybe it's a security standard, and you're rightly correcting somebody, and they're just laughing about it, then that's actually not a laughing matter, and this is some way you can react to this. I'm not saying you have to react in this way, but this is like one of the possible answers. And one of the things that I often notice is that the people who are getting corrected, they often come up with a lot of bullshit excuses. So they will come up with some random excuses that don't actually have anything to do with the correction. And your job as a leader in that situation is to make sure that you're not falling into this trap of like arguing this point, but recognizing, hey, this doesn't actually have anything to do with the correction, point this out, and then move on.